Yo, wagwan, Tish your boy, Jadon, Legendary. You saw the thumbnail, you saw the title. We have the Plaguebringer. But before we get into the story of the Plaguebringer, make sure you hit that subscribe button, that like button, that notification bell, share with your peoples. Join the legendary clan, become legendary, support the channel. That being said, what is the Plaguebringer? Is it an unholy death knight? No, not quite. What is the Plaguebringer? Well, let me tell you. The Plaguebringer is a mostly normal person, okay? This was someone who tried to become a warrior, but the two-hand weapons were just too heavy. Not very fun to use. They tried to be a rogue, but they thought the rogues were just a little creepy to be around. Didn't want to get any of their money stolen from them. They tried to be a mage, but all that book reading and spell casting and learning was just too much to deal with. You know, they tried to become a death knight, but they realized the horrible things they'd have to go through to pull that off. Tried to be a druid, but being around all these tree huggers, as they call them, just wasn't very fun. So they said, you know what, I'm gotta go back to the drawing board. So they then thought, you know, maybe I could become a priest. But that didn't work either. They just didn't have the faith. One of the Plaguebringer's favorite things was always hanging around the gnomes. She had quite the understanding for engineering, and was quite the engineer herself. From bombs to robo-chickens to robo-sheeps and everything, she had quite the understanding for machinery. But she had a very dark fascination. The Plaguebringer was on her travels to Mulgore when she spotted what looked like a very powerful set of Horde. She stopped in her place and she looked over. They looked at her. When she walked up to the two Horde, they were very friendly. And they asked her, you know, what are you doing all the way out here in Mulgore? And they just spoke and spoke. They asked her, you know, what are you good at? What is it that you enjoy doing? And she mentioned her love for engineering. And as they, you know, they realized, like, you know what? Pretty dang smart. Why not take the engineering to the next step and become a tinkerer? And she said, it seems like a pretty good idea, but I don't know if I have the ability. And the troll lady was like, oh, stop. You can do it. Anybody can do it if you have the ability. And you definitely do. So she went home and she pondered on it, and over the next few days she did indeed take her engineering to the next level. But there was just one issue. She had a dark side. She knew that there's no way she would be able to properly spill blood, or so she thought. The next day, she made contact with this person and she traveled all the way to Eastern Kingdoms just to meet this person, an undead specifically. He turns around and says to her, you never actually did tell me why you want one of these masks so bad and how you even found me. And she looks him dead in his eyes. She's like, to be honest, I need something, anything. I want to take my engineering to the next level. And he's like, what do you mean the next level? He's like, well, to be honest, I can't be a warrior. I'm just not strong enough. I can't be a rogue. I'm not sneaky enough. Can't be a mage. I'm not magically intelligent enough. He's like, right? What are you hinting at exactly? I need your mask so I can become the next Plaguebringer. And he immediately turns away and walks off. And she's like, just wait a minute. He's like, ma'am, I need you to stop following me. If the Horde ever hears of this and finds out that I'm helping the next Plaguebringer, I'm as good as dead again. And she's like, well, I mean, they can't kill you if they never find out. And he's like, how on earth would the police not find out I helped the next Plaguebringer wearing the only contraption like this that someone has ever made? I cannot help you. I can't. I just can't help you. Okay? And he walks off. And the fury starts burning in her eyes as she sees the only man who could have possibly built a contraption for her to be able to do what it is she's trying to do, her master dark plan, just walk away. And then she realized that, wait a minute, this undead is nothing more than a painter, a construction worker. What power does he have? I have even the smallest amount of training. So she runs up on him. At lightning speed, she charges the man. He lays on the ground, fully sleeping, as he took a nice punch to the back of the noggin. She pulls the contraption off of him. She cleans the contraption. She puts the contraption on. And immediately, she knows this is the item she'll need to do exactly what it is she plans to do. And there it is, folks. That is the mini story. I was about to say the mini story I wrote. I definitely did not write that. I would hit the record button and think of something right then and there, because that's how I do, because I'm too lazy to be writing. Listen, if you are on your own private server, whether it don't matter, whatever it is, you wish to make this happen, I'm going to show you exactly what we're using. I will be doing a video like this soon for Zay, the Titan Striker. You know, she's still in refinement stages, so that's why I haven't made any like big video like this for her quite yet. She'll get there, you know what I'm saying? I'm still working on her. So, we are using Black Plague. This is for a good, healthy stun. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of long, but considering that she's kind of slow, it makes it perfect. I didn't want her to be too... This fucking Steam Deck is about to get punched. I didn't want her to be too overpowered. I wanted her to feel realistic, and that's exactly what she is. We got Invasion. She got that dodging ability. She was doing things with the rogues, you know what I'm saying? She was trying to become a rogue, but just couldn't pull it off. We got Brood Plague, you know what I'm saying? 12,000 damage in 30 seconds is not as overpowered as it sounds. That is about 1,600 damage, so it is healthy, but it is more than survivable with that 30-second timer. Got Irresistible Clone Spray. This is supposed to be like a big ability, kind of like Blade Storm, Kill Spree. You know, you don't get to use it all the time. Then we got Mortal Strike. Like I said, she was doing some training with the warriors, so she got a slight bit of understanding of how to strike. Okay. Plague Strike, you know, coat those blades in that rotting sludge. You know what I'm saying? We got Plague Barrel. She was paying attention to what the undeads were doing up in front of the Lich King's joint with the catapults, and she's like, you know what, I can easily recreate some barrels and fill them with the sludge and just be tossing them at people. You know what I'm saying? We got Plague Infected. That's another debuff, you know what I'm saying, melee debuff. This character is semi-melee, semi-range, much like the Hunter, but where they excel is range, much like the Hunter. Plague Shield, you know what I'm saying, a little bit of extra damage absorption. It's not the greatest, but you don't need that much after all because she is very strong damage-wise. And then that's literally it. I might add a little bit more maybe in the future. She is built on a priest because I felt like a priest is the most... If you're not doing priesty things, you're a regular person. So I went with the priest. Because at the end of the day, what this character is supposed to be, like I said through the little story, is somebody who they just weren't skilled enough to be a warrior or a rogue. They just weren't magically intelligent enough to be a priest, a warlock, a mage. So they say, you know what, I'm gonna do what I'm good at, and that is engineering, and make it, how can I make it more deadly than it is? Which will be coming soon. I'm gonna be doing a tinkering joint. How can I make it more deadly in a darker way? Because like I said, she has a dark secret. She was always fascinated with the plague and the undeads and the Lich King and all that, so she wanted to be a part of it herself. You know what I'm saying? And that is it for abilities. Now, the funny thing is about this is the reason why you would need the mask is because you're playing with some pretty volatile crap. When I was creating this character, I had learned an ability called Vile Gas. And the ability was great. Little did I know, the ability said causes this amount of damage to you and allies. Or no, to all allies. I'm like, oh, all allies, that's perfect. That's a good AoE. I got the ability, I used it, I didn't target anything like I thought I did, and I died. So her very first death was messing around with the dang plague and she got killed. So boom, that's how realistic it is. It got volatile and she died. You know what I'm saying? Luckily, this is the World of Warcraft and you gotta run your way back to your body. Okay? She was messing with the plague. She was playing with the fire and got burnt. You know what I'm saying? And it was perfect. I'm like, oh snap. So you're gonna have the mask, because these people, they're not dead. They're not like an unholy death knight, just like we did in the little story. She's not dead. She's a very live and fully healthy breathing person. She just wanted to mess around with plague. So it's not like the unholy death knight where, you know, death knight, you went through some crap, you got resurrected as a freaking murder soldier. No, she's alive and well. Any plague bringer would be alive and well. That's why they use the mask, because they need to protect themselves from their own capability, pretty much. We're using devouring plague because plague, you know what I'm saying? And that's it. So she got a little bit of melee, mostly range. This is where they excel, is range, but they can do some pretty formidable damage. Like I say, like a hunter. A hunter ain't gonna kill you at melee range most of the time. They excel in range, but they do, if you're not careful enough, have the ability to kill you at close range. I've done it a few times on my hunters. It's possible. You know what I'm saying? But other than that, yeah, that is the Plaguebringer in the mini story. I will be doing that, like I said, for the Titan Striker once I fully get her properly built, because she's way too dang strong. So I'm still working on her, still trying to make her nice and normal. But this character was much easier to process because of the abilities I used for her. This has a global cooldown, so I can't accidentally spam it. This has a 6-second cooldown. This has a 30-second cooldown. This is spammable, but it doesn't do damage right away, so it's perfectly fine. It works. You know, Devouring Plague, that's a normal ability, so it got a cooldown. This does not have a cooldown, however, it's channeled, so you can't spam it either. Physics Scream. Yeah, I mean, if you see people spraying plague everywhere, you gonna scream and shout. You're gonna get the frick out of there. So that's why we got the fear ability, because for, you know, gotta have some defense. Plague Barrel. This is a cast, and it has a 2-second cooldown, so you can't spam it. So it's a lot easier to make this character feel very realistic than the Titan. So that's why we're still working on the Titan a bit. This one is also casting, so you can't spam it either. That's what I need to do for the Titan to make her feel as realistic and real deal as possible, because her abilities are too spammable. So that's why we haven't done any big video for her yet, even though she's been around for like 2 years now. She's not done yet. But boom, the Plague Spreader is here. She's here to spread some plague. I'm gonna have to remake her though in the future, because I need to make another account so I can put all these custom characters over there. Her, Zay, and whoever else I make. Because right now she's on the account with all my twink characters, which makes it a little hard to deal with when you're trying to find specific characters and there's characters mixing into other characters. So other than that, I mean, you saw the little story. You just got your little explanation on abilities and all that, you know what I mean? Yo, hit that subscribe button. Let's get into the PvP. Oh yeah, I forgot. So as you can see, we are dual wielding, okay? Dual wielding because, you know, they're not a mainstay class when it comes to melee, much like the hunter. You know what I'm saying? You can use whatever frick you want on the hunter when it comes to melee. Doesn't matter. It's all about the bow. And in their instance, they use mana because they're, like I said, they might not be magically smart, but they do control the plague. So if this was more of a real class, I would say it would probably work based on like the steam tanks, where they gotta wait and work around the pressure of the machinery here. You know what I'm saying? So maybe the Plague Barrel would be like 20 steam, 20 pressure every time you use it, you know what I'm saying, and whatnot. And this would be like 10 pressure every time you use it, because they're not casters. By no means are they supposed to be casters. This is all based around this contraption on them. They're a tinkerer who decided to go the worst route possible. Instead of using bombs and crap, they decided, hey, let me use plague. Hold up. So you just gonna watch this many minutes of the video, you ain't even gonna hit the subscribe button? That's crazy to me. Subscribe right now, man. Let's get back into the video. Alright, so mobility wise, they aren't the fastest. I'm thinking about giving them a lower speed version of sprint, so they won't be nearly as fast as the rogue, but they'll be fast enough to do what they need to do. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You just be oh shoot, I spit everywhere. Oh my goodness, that was nasty. I just spit every freaking where. Holy. I was trying to say you You just be chucking barrels at people, and for some dang reason, man, that is nasty. So I still got to be careful because the Death Knights is still a little busted. I mean, you just be chucking barrels of plague. Now, they are formidable at close range, so you can pull up on a fool and just start going crazy. Unless they dodging like that. Oh, I gotta be careful, that fool got blood plague. And hit him with the spray. The vile fumes. Like I said, they're not dumb strong at close range. They are formidable. You ain't gonna be like chopping people down, running around and crap. However, you know what I'm saying, you can put in some work. This fool right here, oh, off that mountain, boy. Oh shoot. Boy hit me hard, son. The blood plagues on them. So all your weapon, this will give them blood plague. Them would be their ability would be more like putting some crap on their sword, like a rogue and their poisons, versus a Death Knight who is truly casting in magics, dark magics. They're not casting the dang thing. They just, where you going? Kill the dang flag carrier. Get out of there, man! Oh. Boy died, god dog. What the fuck? Hey, yo, you moving too fast, son. Put that crap on both you busters. And you do got the dodging, you know what I'm saying? You was working with the rogues. You became an efficient, at least a little efficient, not like 100%, you know what I'm saying? Just a little bit, you know what I mean? You pulling up on Buster? You know what I'm saying? Not playing with me, boy. I freaking love the barrel throw. This is my favorite. Just tossing barrels at people, man. You know what I mean? We really out here. So I might give them a little bit of mobility, just because there's nothing that would really stop them from being decently fast. Maybe outside of, like we said earlier, they're not the most physically capable when it comes to all the folks. That's why they struggle to be a warrior, struggle to be rogues and whatnot. Go over there and beat the dookie out you. I'm gonna go over there and beat the dookie out you, boy. Put a plague on him. Come on, back up. Back up, big boy Death Knight. Back up, big boy Death Knight. My health is dumb low. No! Oh my goodness. Am I gonna survive? Oh yeah, I am now. Yo. Like I said, you know what I mean? So the reason why this one is perfect and why she got a big video is because it was the weekends when I worked on this character. So I was able to go full in. You know what I'm saying? It took quite a bit of time to get her to feel like an actual class and not something I just put together that's very busted. Took a little bit. I want to say it took a grand total of maybe, shoot, 8 hours maybe a little more. Trying to get her perfected and feeling like an actual class. As where Zay doesn't feel like an actual class. She's too strong. She feels like something I just slapped together. That's why I ain't made a full-on video, little story for her yet. Too strong. I like 18 Death Knights. Get me. Just gonna keep tossing barrels, boy. Donkey Kong up in this piece. Somebody freaking help me though, they catching up. As long as they don't put that dang blood plague on me, we good. Boom. I'm saying, come on, man. I like this right here. It feels real deal. It feels legit. He's here. Oh, you're done, baby. You're done, Zolby. Stole my freaking kill, man. You got a flag hand in? Let's see that. And put that crowd control on him. That crowd control on him. What? Where the fuck you come from? Fucking loser. Hey, yo. Trying to play me? This is a shaman? This is a shaman? I can't see him, though. Can't interrupt my cast, baby. We ain't even casting. We just tossing. Come on, man. Ain't no casting out here, baby. We just tossing barrels. You can't silence the barrel toss. You would be able to kick a barrel toss, though. I'm saying, if a fool getting ready to toss something at you, you can easily interrupt it by kicking them. Well, they could be interrupted, but they couldn't be interrupted by cast, because that just wouldn't make sense. Actually, yes, it would. If you put a freaking, if you blow a crap ton of wind at somebody, which is what the shaman's joint is, probably toss that barrel out their hand. So I would say they probably could get interrupted. What was that? Oh, that was the thing. See the corruption. Yeah, I think they could get interrupted. It would make sense that they would be able to. Somebody about to toss something. Unless they treat it like the hunter, where, you know, once they on that strong, once they got that string drawn, is over. I guess it would be like that, you know what I'm saying? Especially if you're holding like a latch, because you just wouldn't be holding the barrel. If you're holding like if there's like a handle on the barrel so you could toss it, because that'd be the only way you would be able to actually toss something like that. Yeah, no, you probably wouldn't be able to kick it, because you could kick their arm, but they'd still be holding that joint. Getting ready to freaking toss it right at you. Forgot the flag. Where you at? I'm gonna have to stop you right there, sir. Yeah, it's over, baby. I'm saying, put the plagues on him. Put the plagues on him. Somebody casting real hard, so I need to go. This warlock hitting hard as fuck. I don't know how I just hit him from that far, but that was incredible. No, 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 no. Fucking Death Knight popped up out of nowhere. How you still casting on me from that far? Oh, because we're not even that far. Yeah, but I ain't gotta move when I cast. I mean, I can move when I cast. Oh, shoot, that nigga goes. I got 1 health. What the fuck, yo? I gotta go. I got 1 health, baby. Baby, I got 1 health. Oh my goodness. Yeah, get that. She moving. Got 1 stinking health left. Oh my goodness. I ain't never seen no crap like that. Yo. 1. So the class feels very legit. You know what I'm saying? We not top of the... Oh, we are top, but we only got 12. So, that's a pretty normal number. Pretty normal number. Versus Zay, who would probably be at like 30 kills by now. Which is not very realistic. You know what I'm saying? So somebody would be thinking, you know, you could see warriors and rogues and whoever at the top with like 30 kills. Yes, of course, that is very much so possible. But you got to think about the average person. The average person ain't gonna be pulling no 20, 30 kills. So when I'm creating a character, I want to ensure that that character can pull off the average. Now, if I wanted to get more kills, I could go headhunt more often. I'm just not right now because, you know, I'm still getting used to her and whatnot. I didn't want to test her too much because I wanted it to be semi-legit for when I actually do the playthrough of it, which is happening right now. You know what I'm saying? I wanted it to feel like I haven't just been bum rushing on her like crazy. It's very much so possible, yeah. Especially if you keep it ranged like she's supposed to be. Much like a hunter, just running around kiting every dang body. But I wanted to test to make sure the melee is decent enough to where if someone does run up on you, you can defend yourself. You just ran past the dude to shoot at me. You buster. Now you gonna die. Oh, what the fuck? Boy, healing like crazy. Put that plague on him. Put that plague on him. Give me that. What? Oh, I didn't think to give these fools any... Oh, wait, no, never mind, never mind. This ability is an interrupt, it's a stun, it's a every dang thing. That's why I pulled it. I'm like, this is something that would be healthy, will work for the class. You know what I'm saying? And then in that time when you get in them night, boom, when you get in, he stole my kill. What's up with these fools stealing my kill, man? Oh. Oh my goodness, they are. I forgot I am a clothy technically. So now, oh yeah, you know what? People probably wondering why a priest. You could easily be wearing leathery gear. This is true. This is very true. This is why don't even doubt it. I have been thinking about that as well. Should I sit her on the build of a rogue just to make her more proper filling? And more than likely, yes, I will go to the rogue route because it'll feel far more natural as a half melee, half caster type of character, much like a hunter who wears mail. It would probably be much more. Oh, boom! There we go. It would probably be much more proper if she wore leather, since you can get close. So yeah, that'll more than likely happen in the future because I'm gonna have to remake her anyways, in order to put her on a proper server, so she's not taking up space off of my twink character server. And boom, there you go, folks. Very enjoyable character. Forgot to put my shield on multiple times. Very enjoyable character. Great little lore behind her I decided to build up. You know what I'm saying? If the story wasn't that good, hey. You know what I'm saying? Your boy's a freestyle. You know what I mean? Like I said, I just hit the record button and start talking. So if some things didn't 100% line up, which it should have, because I was checking back to make sure I said what I remember what I say. But yeah, that was good right there. That was good. I will probably be remaking her though as a rogue so she can wear leather. It would make a lot more sense realistically, as she does take a little too much damage. Other than that, it's a great feeling character. She feels like an actual class that you could play on Warcraft. The Plaguebringer. Some freaking madman who said, hey, I don't want to be normal. I want to use plague and infect people and disease people. But it's a proper plague. I'll use it in control. You know what I'm saying? That's why we went up to Eastern Plague Lands, because I wanted to do the rotting slime versus actual plague. Because if you're using actual plague, that'll spread and take everything out, including yourself in the end. Your mask will only work for so long. So I'm like, let me do rotting sludge because that'll make more sense. It'll have the same effect minus the brutal ability to spread around and infect every freaking thing walking and breathing. Other than that, it's been your boy, Shadon Legendary. If you enjoyed this video, that's good. If you didn't enjoy this video, that's good. Either way, you watched it. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, notification bell, all that other good stuff you do be making the same in. Support the channel. Join the Legendary Clan. I'm out.